All right, print on demand is dead. It's over. It's too saturated. Definitely look at this. I just typed in nurse t-shirt and over 30,000 results on Amazon. And if we go to Etsy and type in the same thing, 111,000 results. How are you going to compete with that? Now, of course, I'm kidding. I've been hearing that print on demand is dead and print on demand is saturated for a long time, probably since 2016 or 2017. But what I want to do in this video is actually take you through what I would do if I was starting over from scratch and I had to compete with everybody who's been doing it for many years. So this is what I would do, and this is going to be a relatively short video, so just stick with me here. Instead of doing nurse t-shirts, I would type in something else. So I would go deep into the niche. Now there are registered nurses, so registered nurse shirt, over 60,000 results. So that's actually higher than just registered or just nurse t-shirt. So let's do surgical assistant registered nurse, 104 results. So that's pretty good. Obviously, some of these shirts are going to be catered to just registered nurses. Some of them may be to the actual surgical assistants that we're targeting for this, but there are a lot less results with this search than with something else, than with a better term, I should say. So a lot of these are just plain old regular nurse shirts, and yes, they do have reviews and all that stuff, and that's a different topic, but you just have to look at your competition in each single niche that you're going into and figuring out, what you could do better or what you could do different, or look at things that are actually selling well and do something similar but different and, make the design better or something like that. So if we type in surgical assistant nurse t-shirt on Etsy, we have 891 results, and I guarantee you a lot of these are not going to be towards surgical assistants. So here's one that says surgical technologist. This one is medical assistant. So those are close, but I think if you put out 50 to 100 different designs and different products for surgical assistant nurses, you're going to get a lot of sales just because you're probably going to be competing against very few people compared to thousands or tens of thousands of people. So I think the number one thing is here to understand is that you really have to go deep into every single niche that you're going into and understand what they're actually buying. Now, a couple more things go into this, like the actual number of reviews on each product for Amazon or the reviews on your store for Etsy, and that's just something that's going to take time. So you can run ads on Etsy, price your shirts and whatever you're selling really low to get at least a few dozen reviews for your store on Etsy. And with Amazon, you could do the same thing. You can price your shirt at $15 and promote it with ads and get as many sales as possible. Even if you're taking a loss on those, as soon as you get even one review, your shirt or your product is going to be shown to more people just because it has a review. And from there, you can increase the price, and then you can own in your advertising for that design. So I think the biggest thing is to get out of the state that print on demand is saturated, because it definitely is saturated, but it's not like you can't make money anymore. It's definitely worth trying. I've seen people that have started in the last year that are doing thousands of dollars a month in royalties on Amazon or thousands of dollars in sales on Etsy. Now, Public and all those other sites, Redbubble, are the same way. They just don't have the other types of traffic that Amazon and Etsy has, so that's what I suggest starting with. So if you can't get into merch by Amazon, definitely use an Etsy store. Etsy's a different beast, obviously, but you can definitely make some sales in both of these places. I think TeePublic is a close number 3 to Etsy, so if you don't want to do Etsy, do TeePublic. But I think the biggest takeaway here is to create as many designs as possible on either platform. So whether you're selling on Etsy or Amazon, you have to have a ton of products out, and that means going deep into every niche. So for every surgical assistant nurse shirt, you want to create 50 to 100 designs for that specific person, run some ads, price your product low to get some reviews. After you have reviews, then you're ready to go. Then you can increase your price a little bit and focus on your advertising. And then you're going to figure out what designs are actually selling out of those 100 or so designs that you're selling, and maybe 3 or 4 of them, maybe 5 of them really take off. Then you can do that in your next niche. What you want to do is have 100, 200, 300 niches that you all have 150 designs in each of those niches. From there, you're going to be making quite a bit of money. You're going to have a nice little business. And if you're interested, I have a spreadsheet of 1,100 different niches for print on demand. The link will be in the description and maybe in the comment section. So check that out. You can download it for free. Have a good one.